What's up, everybody? Do a not really gonna say an unboxing because I've already unboxed it. The charger's out of the box, but kind of an unboxing and a little review of the Samsung Galaxy Tab 3. This is the 7-inch, the one that Sprint is currently offering for $50 with a 2-year agreement. I couldn't pass it up. Plus, it's been a while since I bought anything like this, so right out of the box. Simple basic box, nothing special. Your specs and whatnot right here. What's in the box. And here it is. Best thing I can say about this, to compare it really, would be think of it as like a really big Note phone, like the Note 3 or the Note 2. That's essentially what it is, you know, obviously without the phone feature. You know, because it's a tablet. So let's do this with one hand. I've already been using mine, so fits in the hand pretty good. It's got the headphone jack on top, camera in the back. On the right side, you've got your power button, your volume rocker, your IR blaster, which is pretty cool for the TV remote and the cable box and whatnot. Got your home button, your back button, your menu button. These do not light up for some reason. It bugs me at night, but you get 2 speakers, which both work, so I think they would be considered stereo. You got your SIM card slot, micro SD slot, which you can do up to 64 gigs, I think, and the tablet itself is 16 gigs. It is 4G. Okay, I was just on the Samsung website, and everything they had listed was not correct, according to everything else I've read. It is the 7-inch, so it is a dual-core 1.7 gigahertz, not 1.2 like the Samsung website says. It's 3G, 4G. It's on Android 4.2 Jelly Bean. And 3 megapixel camera on the back, 1.3 on the front, so that was right. And then, like I said, the storage, 16 gigs of internal memory and expandable up to 64 with the SD card. It's pretty light. It's got some bulk to it, I won't lie. But with that being said, it is a tablet. It is big. You know, it's not a cell phone, so it's kind of expected. It's got a pretty hefty battery in there and everything else it does. So, charging port on the bottom, headphone port up there. Like I said, I've had mine for a couple days now, so I've changed with it, changed the settings and whatnot. This is that Watch On app. It's pretty cool. I mean, I personally don't care for the remote because all I want this app for is the remote, and all it gives you is this little bit right here. Just your basic controls. And I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's 3 or 4 buttons that I was looking for that I cannot find on here, so really don't ever use it unless, I'm sitting across the room and the remote's somewhere else and I don't feel like looking for it, which is, pretty handy. But again, to use the remote app, you gotta see all this crap that I'm never ever gonna use. It wants you to log in and all that stuff, so let's go back home, close everything out. It's pretty smooth. You got just 3 screens. Get your main one, swipe to the right, and swipe to the left. Let's see what else. It's pretty responsive. I mean, for $50, I cannot complain. I can't stress that enough. Go to Big Lots or something like that and compare the $50 tablets. You'll get a tablet with a 4-inch screen, a single-core 1 gigahertz processor, and it's just a joke. So I really can't complain, but I just, I want to give a full honest review. The original price on these, without the agreement, is supposedly $300. I would never pay for that. I would never pay that for it. Again, though, I'm an Apple guy, so you know I would buy an iPad for that much, or go on Craigslist and get one. But I got my iPhone, so I figured a Galaxy or a Android tablet would be pretty cool. Because I like them both, I really do. But just the iPhone works better for me. So my biggest complaint for it is text on small site, like small text. Let's see. Let's go to Google here. Find something. Okay, here we go. Here's just this is the Fox News. Nothing I ever read, but just a website to show, you know, the standard size text if you don't zoom in. If my phone will even focus that close. You might not be able to tell through the camera, but it's real pixelated with small text like that until you zoom in. You know, obviously it gets a lot easier to read, but I don't like to zoom in a lot because then you gotta, you know, as you're reading, you gotta scroll over, then scroll back, then scroll over, so. But again, with any tablet that doesn't have the full 1080 resolution, that's what you're gonna get. Drop down menu, get your Wi-Fi, screen rotation, GPS, Bluetooth, sound, blocking mode, multi-window driving, all that stuff. I don't ever use multi-window. I think that's a dumb feature. Never once used it. Even when I had the Note 3 and Note 2, the S4. So let's check out the settings. As you see, it's pretty responsive. There's really not too much lag. Nothing more than, you know, your typical Android. So your Wi-Fi. This does hotspot, which I would never do because from what I know, you only get 1 gig of data, which I'm never going to use because my iPhone's jailbroken, so I get hotspot on that. You got Bluetooth, turn that off. Data usage, it's cool. It'll show you how much to use. What I was nervous was having apps update in the background because I've never ever dealt with limited data on any device I've ever had. I have a Sprint, so it's always been truly unlimited. So, you know, I always have my weather widgets updating, you know, every half hour, you know, all the stuff constantly updating, so I've never worried about that. But so I was kind of worried about this, you know, is everything's going to update when it's in my pocket or in my bag or whatever, and, you know, use a bunch of data that I don't need, which it's actually real easy to turn off. You can turn, if mobile data is on, you can click, you know, limit mobile data usage. It knows the limit. So once you get up to that, it won't use anymore. Or, like me, I can turn it off because I only use hotspot. So, I mean, I'm sure there'd be places when I have to use it, but unless I need it, I keep that off just to be safe. You got more settings. You got airplane mode, tethering, roaming, blocking mode, driving mode. I've never used that. I don't know what that is. Sounds. Display. Storage. See, total device capacity is 16 gigs. 3.68 is just for the operating system, basically. So really, if you're downloading any, you know, movies or anything, you're gonna want a memory card. You can get them dirt cheap anymore. I have 10 of them laying around, so I had a 32 gig that I threw in here, or actually a 16 gig, my bad. And then I got like 5 or 6 movies I put on there, a bunch of pictures. So moved a lot of my apps over to it too, because I use Spotify, so it saves all. I got 3 or 4 playlists with 600 or 700 songs that I download, so I don't have to use data when I'm on the go. Battery, application manager, users, location services, lock screen. There you go, unlock effects, which I guess you only have one. Security, language, cloud, backup and restore, Facebook, Google, blah blah blah. Voice control for the system. That's pretty cool. I don't ever use those, but accessory, date and time, accessibility, system update. Let's see if there's anything. Nope, already installed. Actually, we are on 4.2.2, not 4.2, like I said earlier, so. This one is not rooted or anything yet. I don't really see the need for it. The only thing I root for was a hotspot when I had it, when I had an Android phone, so. Sound isn't great, so I really recommend getting a pair of headphones, or maybe the Bluetooth headphones. Like I have these. If I'm gonna drop everything, get them. I got the LG Tone Plus, which I love. Really recommend them. Shop around, because a lot of sites have them for cheaper than the others. So I really recommend something like that, or maybe a small Bluetooth speaker, because the sound isn't very loud at all. Actually, I think it's probably quieter than my iPhone. Yeah. Overall, for 50 bucks, it's worth it. It's worth every penny. I like it. Here's a blank DVD. So you can see it's a little bit bigger than that. Thanks for watching.